What's good with everyone? Yeah, I'm just chilling right now. So, yeah, you can ask me anything. Yeah. The fuck? How the fuck is this not charged? Play some Call of Duty for a little bit. Yeah, I'm just playing the game right now. Yeah, but just chilling right now. I don't got anything to talk about right now. So, who the fuck plays Warzone? That shit is. I fucking hate Warzone. I don't know why the fuck people play the most dumbest shit. It's like who the fuck like Warzone is so retarded because it's like when you play it and you die, you got to go back to the main menu. Like why the fuck am I gonna go play a game and then I get killed? I got to go back to the main menu and start a new game and go in the lobby. Get the fuck out of here. That's fucking retarded shit. That's why I say it's stupid shit like that. And then since we're in a new time, most people are retarded, so that's just like the most popular shit. Like how the fuck is Warzone so popular or like whereas like it's just retarded. That's why I don't even like fucking video games nowadays cuz video games are trash. To be honest, anything to do with entertainment, music, movies, video games, I literally don't even want to play it unless it's made by AI. That's the only thing I fuck with AI about. I only fuck with AI when it comes to like entertainment. Like even when I'm on social media, literally the only shit that I find myself laughing at is AI shit. Like for real, like that's literally what it is. It's like I don't know, like they need to fire all these video games. If they don't know how to make games no more. Back in the day when they had like PS2, 360, PS3, it was different type of people making the game. A lot of those people they retired, they died, they moved on. So the people that make content now are like millennials, Gen Z, people like late 20s to like 30s. Like that's the people who make the content and people of that age range, they don't have no creativity. Like they're like they don't know how to make content. They don't know how to make shit. At least the people that are in these positions. I'm not saying everyone cuz most of the people that could make good shit, they're not in that field. Like they don't have the credentials, they don't have the degree whatever, so they're not in that industry. But the people in the industry, like they don't know how to do shit. Shit's crazy. And then they talk about like fucking like it's funny cuz I seen this thing they said like GTA 6. They said AI could have made that game like in less than a month. I bet you when that game comes out, it's gonna be weak as hell. To be honest, like I literally don't even have high hopes for that game. I think that shit's gonna be lame as fuck. GTA 6. It might be good. I hope it's good, but I don't even have high hopes for it because like we in a different shift, and they took too long to release the game. They took too long to release it. They should have released that game like 3 years ago. Because by the time like I don't know, it's maybe it's still gonna do good. I'm not saying it's not gonna do good. I'm pretty sure it is, but they took too long to release it. Because if you take too long to release shit, then you miss the shift. So by the time that they release it, it may not be get the same reception as it would have been like 3 4 years ago. You see what I'm saying? Because like you're in a different shift. No one gives a fuck about it no more, or it's not the same no more. Like if imagine if they would have released that shit like 5 years ago, more people would have been on it, and because we were in a different shift. Now it's like ain't nobody have time for that weak ass shit. That's why I think I don't even think it's gonna be good. Yeah. Yeah, bro, you waited like 5 years too. I waited 5 years for what? I don't know why people they don't know how to fucking type. Like if you ask a question and you say something like read something I could comprehend. Oh, GTA 6. I didn't wait for well, not really, because they never said it was supposed to be released 5 years ago. They delayed it, but yeah, I think the game's gonna be lame though. I don't think it's gonna be that good because like I noticed a lot of content and projects now they all suck. Like when they release a movie, when they release a game, when they anything that they release it's not good, and it's not that the content itself isn't good. It's it's like the because it's like look at it like this: when they release a shitty game, the game sucks. But gaming in general is not the problem. Like video games, the whole concept of a video game, that isn't the problem. The whole concept of a movie, that's not the problem. It's just the content because the people making the content aren't the same type of people and we're in a different shift. So in this shift, it's like you have to get your creativity internally for it to be good. Most people they don't have internal energy, so this is why a lot of content, a lot of shit sucks. And like when you see AI shit, it looks better, even though it shouldn't be like that. AI content is low key better, and if they perfect the AI shit, I literally would prefer to watch a Hollywood AI movie that's made by myself or by somebody who's regular than a director or somebody. Like you see what I'm saying? He's like games haven't been good. They really haven't, to be honest. They really haven't. Like the games, like they're hella lame. Like they try too hard. They try too hard, and like the games nowadays are so they just don't feel the same no more. A game, I game and I'd be waiting for a new update. You know, it's never been. Yeah, it hasn't been updated because every 7 years they release game consoles, right? And ever since they transitioned from when they transitioned from PS2 to PS3, the first Xbox, the Xbox 360, that was the biggest gaming transition since like when they went from like Nintendo to Nintendo 64 and like the PS1. Like it was the biggest one. Then after that it went downhill because once they got to like PS4, they started releasing free to play. Like that whole concept of free to play, it started. That's when like PS4 came out because game companies started going broke and shit, and then like the whole concept of how to make a good game, that shit started deteriorating once they started releasing free to play games, which was 2000. Like once when was it was around like two when they released the PS4 like 2013 2014, and then they released that Fortnite shit, and then that Fortnite shit kind of like made it solidified it where like every company wanted to copy that shit. It's retarded. They don't know how to make games. I don't even really. I'm actually glad video games suck nowadays because it's actually good for me because like video games are like nothing but brain rot. They waste your time. They don't really bring nothing of value. They don't make you no money. So it's like it's good. Like a lot of these things is actually good because like I don't like back in the day I used to spend a lot of money and time on video games. Nowadays I don't. I haven't even. Only the last game I bought was Borderlands 4. Before I used to buy games all the time. I don't buy games anymore because most of them suck. Like literally all of them suck. So it saves me money. It saves me time. Okay, hold on. Let me mute this guy. Come on, fuck. Shut the fuck up, nigga. But like, I'm actually glad video games suck because it saves me money. It saves me time, and I don't feel like I need to play the next game. I don't like it's like it's good in a way. Because imagine if I liked every game that came out. That would be thousands of dollars I end up having to spend, thousands of hours that I have to spend playing them, and I won't get shit done, and it'll waste my money. So like, it's a good thing in a way. Yeah, they don't do shit. Like they don't know what the fuck they're doing. The game developers, they need to lay off all the game developers because that's another reason why video games are so expensive and they don't even make any games anymore. Like the new console, like PS5 series, they don't make any new video games anymore for these consoles because it costs so much money to make it. It costs like over $500 million to make the average AAA game. So most game companies, they don't want to spend that amount of money because if you spend that amount of money on a game, what happens is if the game fails, if the game fails and the game doesn't do good, that company loses money. Like that game Saints Row. The last one they released in 2023. That game failed hard. It fucked up. And that company who made that game went bankrupt and shut down because they spent so much money on that game and it failed. So a lot of game companies, they're scared to experiment with new type of games because if it fails, they're gonna go. It could fuck up a whole company because they go bankrupt. Because imagine, because these games cost a lot of money to make. It costs like for a game, like they already said, GTA 6 costs 2 billion. That's on the high end. But imagine like the average game they released, like Elden Ring or some shit. Like that shit probably cost well over $200-300 million to make. Like just that game. But that game did good, so they're able to make their money back. But most games that make a lot of money, that cost a lot of money, they don't make their money back. So this is why there's no games out here because it takes so much money and it's like it's ridiculous, it's crazy. But like if they made it with like if they made it with AI, it might make it cheaper because they don't have to pay all these fucking developers that don't know what the fuck they're doing. Yeah, so yeah, Roblox. The only reason Roblox exists is so they can sex traffic children. That's the whole reason. That's the whole reason Roblox was even invented to sex traffic children. That's the only reason for that game. Because the people who are like in like the whole humans, the kids sex trafficking that industry, a lot of kids get groomed and picked up from that game. So that's the only when they created Roblox, that's like a government project or a government experiment or whatever you want to call it. That game was solely created to exploit children. So like I don't even know why the fuck parents even let their children even play that shit. Like I don't even play that shit, but like it's a game meant to exploit children though. These like players. He's like they probably removed the chat because so many people they got so many lawsuits because Roblox got like they losing millions through lawsuits because so many kids are getting exploited on there because they built Roblox for that. So that's probably why they removed the chat. I don't know. I don't play that shit, but all I know is that game is a avenue to like to entice children and shit. Like the government, they do that. Like any type of crime that the government like you know how they have the FBI and they say that oh we're trying to stop kids, we're trying to stop this type of crime. Any type of crime that the FBI or CIA tries to stop, the people who created the CIA and FBI, like the shadow, the government, whatever you want to call them, they actually do those crimes. Like they actually do those crimes. Because how do they know so much about these crimes? And why do these crimes never stop? You see what I'm saying? Like the reason is because like it's like it's never gonna stop because the people who run this shit they create that shit. So yeah, shit is crazy though. But I'm just chilling right now. You guys can ask me anything. I'm not really doing shit. Yeah, I'm not. I don't really. The fuck, man. How the fuck did I didn't kill anyone? Damn, I got like three. Damn, I fucked them up. And he just saved my ass. How did I not kill him? Oh, we won. Yeah. He's like, today's my lucky day. How is that my lucky day? It ain't like you send me no money or nothing. He's like, you subscribe. Don't get me wrong. It's good that people subscribe, but it's like, that's not really lucky to me. I don't really give a fuck about subscribers on this page, to be honest. Like, yeah, I don't really care about subscribers. No, it's cool you subscribe, but it's like I don't really give a fuck about that. Like, I'm not that type of person. Like, a lot of people on here, because there's no point of subscribers and all that shit nowadays. Like, especially now. At least for me, I can only speak for myself personally. I can really give a fuck about that shit. Cause I know people and I seen people with like they got like 10,000 subscribers. They get like 10,000 or thousands of views, and they still don't even make money really. And they're not really like only thing really is they fucking all their privacy. Cause I don't want my channel being too big. Really, I don't want my channel being too. I like my channel like the way it is. To be honest, I don't want all my privacy, my business out there and on a mass level. Like fuck that. Like I rather like a lot of people they want to go viral and shit so they can get paid. Is like I'd rather be the motherfucker that's like gets paid and like I'm in the back. I don't want everyone to know who I am and shit. Like it's cool I have a channel, but it's like I don't want to be too big on this bitch. I like my shit. If it grew a little bit more, probably like I had like 1,000 subscribers, I could monetize and probably like 50 people in the chat, then that's cool. But anything over that, when it starts getting to hundreds in the chat and I got thousands of subscribers, like I'm cool off that. And if I did have that, I rather it be a channel where it's a faceless channel and I have something I'm selling, like I'm selling a product and my face is not on the channel and I'm not talking about regular shit, like then I wouldn't mind having a big channel. But like with my face on the channel, me giving my opinion about life and just talking, I don't want to be known and viral for that shit. Like fuck that's especially now. It was it was cool back in the day, like around two, because we're in a different shift right now. Like probably like around 2020, 2021. It was cool back then, but now we're like in a different shift where that shit is kind of like it can backfire. And plus, you got a lot of trolls and a lot of people that would like do research and find out like hit up. Like it's just weird. I be seeing a lot of weird shit because you got a lot of mental illness on this platform, and you can say something and you can trigger somebody, and then they're gonna be an enemy for life, dox you and stalk you and then they'll make up a reason in their mind why them harassing and stalking you makes perfectly good sense. Like that's just weird. Like you got motherfuckers spent 5 years exposing and making YouTube channels about somebody, and then you be like, "Why do you do this?" And then they literally think in their mind that why they're doing it is a good reason, and it's weird. It's like you wasting your life, like and some of these people like they've never met the person before. Like that's some weird ass shit. Yeah. Yeah, you got to be careful on these platforms because mental illness is like at an all time high right now. Like everyone wants to talk about crashing out. Hold on, let me mute this. All these people got to start talking all of a sudden. Everybody wants to talk about crashing out. It's like people crash out on different levels though. It's crazy. Yeah, Call of Duty is fucking. Damn, this gun is hella good. Damn, I hope I can get that gun again. Shit. I was gonna get that gun, and bitch ass nigga out to shoot me. Okay, God, I got the gun again. Come on, motherfucker. Bitch ass nigga, get the fuck back over here. Damn, I fucked his ass up. MK35. Damn. I got his bitch ass. Ooh, got him. How the fuck did I get that nigga? He sucks, man. Oh, come on. What the fuck? Oh. Damn, that shit's fucking crazy. Bitch ass nigga. Oh my goodness. Keep dying. Damn, I killed somebody. That's crazy. Damn, I fucked him up. Oh man. I fucking hate that song. Come on, bitch ass nigga. Shout out to Paul Hinton. It was good. The shows and TVs. Yeah, I don't even watch TV shows no more. I don't. I haven't watched a TV. I can't. I wouldn't like the way I look at it. Like it's like I can't really give an opinion on TV and shows because I just don't. I haven't really been interested in that shit for like over 10 years. Like I haven't been watching TV shows and shit for a long time, so I really can't give my opinion because I never really watched that shit for years. Like it's been years since I watched like a regular TV show. I don't this shit doesn't entertain me. Even movies, like if I do watch a movie, it's like an older movie or something that was released like years ago or something. And I don't even watch those often. So I just never really been into TV and shows, especially recently. Like this shit's just lame. But it's like I look at it like it's not a bad thing. Like for at least for me because like I said, it saves me time, it saves me money. If there were so many good TV shows and so many good games and I needed to play and watch everything, I wouldn't get nothing done and my money will be like I will be spending a lot of money, wasting a lot of money and time. You see what I'm saying? So I don't really see it as a bad thing. I don't see it as a bad. At least for me, I don't. Like you don't feel like you're connected to the show. Yeah, because most of the actors and directors who make these shows, they don't even give a fuck about the show. They're just doing it to get paid. Back in the day, people actually gave a fuck about what they were producing. Nowadays, motherfuckers like you can just see it in their face. Like they don't even want to be there. They just there just to get paid. They're not. They don't really care about this show or nothing. So it reflects. So when you watch the show, you feel it. You don't really. It doesn't feel that. Yeah, a lot of it just has to do. We're just in a different time and shit. We're in a different time in reality. Like it's like so nothing really is gonna be like when I say we're in a different time. It doesn't mean that everything has to suck. Like people will sit here and tell you, "Oh, everything sucks." No, it's not that everything has to suck. It's just you everything you have to actually derive. You have to derive your energy from within. So if you enjoy something, you have to truly enjoy it. You can't just use it as a crutch or a mask. So most people, anything they do that's entertaining is used as a crutch, as a distraction. So they really don't enjoy it. They're just using it. So you can't do that in this shit. You have to truly enjoy something, and so it's like that's why if everything feels off, it's not that everything is lame. That's not what it is. It's just you have to actually do the work. You can't take shortcuts for anything really. If you truly don't like something, then you're not gonna like it. That's pretty much what it is. Before you could not like something, but still be distracted by it or still like kind of fuck with it. It's like let me a perfect example is like alcohol and drugs. Like when you drink, you may not like a female, but yet she looks better when you're drinking. Or when you're smoking, you may not really like this type of food, but you eat because you got munchies. You're using something to make you enjoy something, so it's not really genuine. In this new shift we're in, everything you do has to be genuine. So if you want to, like, it's not that everything is lame. It's just the shit you think is lame, it was always lame. It just before you were able to be distracted by it. But now, in order for you to go back to that space where everything is interesting, you actually have to cultivate some type of internal energy and really get you have to tune your mind and your frequency to a certain like space, so therefore you can observe the reality more genuine. So therefore, like, it's more, everything's more real for you because you're attacking the root cause. Because if life was really like lame and everything sucked, then you would just kill yourself, or you wouldn't even do anything. Like the fact that people, I don't even want to say kill yourself. That's going too far. Because let's just look at it like this. You will say movies are lame, right? Or everything is lame. But the fact, shut the fuck up. The fact that you wake up in the morning and you go and watch a movie, for you to say, okay, it's lame, it means you're still trying to seek some type of joy. If you truly thought everything was lame, you will give up trying to seek joy. You will give up trying to seek happiness. You'll give up trying to seek peace. You'll give up trying to seek anything positive. You will just give up and not even do. But the fact that you're trying to go out and seek it, even though you think you can't find it, the fact that you're trying to go seek it means that there is still a possibility. It's out. Not possibility. There, it is still out there, but you're not. You're going about it in a way that you're not gonna find it. You see what I'm saying? So somebody that says, "Oh, I don't, I like," it's like the whole thing about women. Oh, there's no good men out there. The fact that you would even say that statement as a female means you know what a good man looks like. You have in your mind what a good man is. So therefore, it's out there. And the fact that you would even say that statement means you wish that there was a good man that you could fuck with, but there isn't. It's not that there's no good men out there. They, because they wouldn't even make that statement if they didn't, if they didn't, if they've never seen one or thought of one. So the fact that you're actually trying to seek something, even though it sucks, shows you that it is still out there, but you're just going about it the wrong way. Whatever you want is still out there. You got to look at it from that perspective. To sum it all up, people just have mental illness. Just to make it easy, like, people just have mental illness right now. That's why I say mental illness. That's like the number one thing right now. And instead of people treating the mental illness and dealing with that, not even treating it, but dealing with it and getting rid of it and trying to transmute it, people are just trying to do everything but that. So they're trying to distract themselves. They're trying to put a band aid. They're trying to do everything else. So that's really what it is. Damn, somebody bought that already? It makes it harder to distract. I I agree with you. I agree with you somewhat. You said agree. I agree. It seems like every shift, it makes it hard to distract. So people have to look at a fight with people are distracted. Like that's the thing. Like they'll say it's harder. It's harder for the government to distract people. What the government wants to distract people with, such as the news, media. That's why like nobody cares about what Beyonce or Jay-Z or any celebrity does. No one gives a shit anymore. Nobody even cares what content creators do. They just watch it. This is why like misery content, people who bitch about life, that's the best content because nobody cares about the content creator. They just care about what the content creator's talking about because most of the channels that get the most views are content creators talking about the economy fucked up. So if you're a content creator talking about how bad the economy is, there's a 9 out of 10 chance your life is fucked up. So the people who are watching your content, obviously they don't want to be like you because your life is fucked up. The only thing you can probably say is they probably want the type of celebrity, not celebrity, but the type of clout you have. Like you may have a channel with a lot of views, but that's as far as it goes. They may want that. But as far as anything else, they don't give a fuck. Like it ain't like people watch Michael Jordan and when he was at his peak and were like, "Oh, Michael Jordan, I like you," or like they watch fucking like Michael. I don't even like Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson. Fuck them niggas. But I'm just giving you guys an example because a lot of these bots they like stupid shit like that. But like Michael Jackson, for example, like people liked his mute. People liked him, but they liked him for a reason. Nowadays, people they don't give a. No one takes anything serious because nobody really has nothing. Like a content creator, you may watch them, but you know that they don't. They're not shit. Like somebody who talks about the economy collapsing. How can you really take their advice on anything? Because all they talk about is how bad life is. So their life must be fucked up. So you obviously don't want their life. You see what I'm saying? So like nobody. So people are distracted, but not distracted by what they were once distracted. People are just distracted with how miserable their life is, and that's really what it is at this point. Like people used to be distracted on celebrities, news, gossip. Now people are just distracted on how miserable their life is. Because even before, when your life was miserable, you used to be able to like kind of watch movies, play video games, go get high. Now people like the younger generation, that shit doesn't cut it for them no more. Even when it comes to like getting high and drugs, the younger generation, like the Gen Z, they don't really do drugs like as the younger generation did like 15, 20 years ago. Like even the alcohol, nobody drinks. So it's like no, even the people that are depressed that are younger, they don't even do drugs, drink, and it's not that they don't like it or like, oh, I'm healthy and we're straight edge. It's not even because of that. It's just it doesn't hit no more. It's like because we in a different shit, and then like the health is different too. Like you can't really in this new shift, like especially if you're younger, you get more consequences for having bad health. So if you drink and do a lot of fucked up shit and you're younger, like this is why like you have like old people like 70, they can drink alcohol and still live. They could still be up. Not to say they don't have health issues, but they could still be older and drink alcohol. But at the same time, somebody who's younger would drink alcohol and have issues. Whereas the person who's 70 drinking or 60 or 50 drinking, they didn't have issues when they were like in their 20s. You see what I'm saying? Like, cause it's a different shit. He's like, what do you feel about Uranus going to Gemini? Oh yeah, like I really don't have nothing to say like, about that. Like, at the end of the day, like I'm just trying to live my life, do my thing. A lot of people like they talk, like at the end of the day, it's like it really does. Like I don't want to say it doesn't matter because it does affect, but if you really got your shit going, you really don't even need to pay attention to shit like that. Really, I don't want to say that. Like it's good to pay attention to astrology. I follow astrology. I pay attention to it, but I can really care less about Uranus and Gemini. Like I understand what it's about and everything, but I can give a fuck about it. Like because a lot of content creators. Because the reason you ask me that question because you see a lot of people talking about it. Like you'll go and see a lot of astrologers talking about it. Oh, it's a buzz, but you need to understand like when you see a lot of people talking about a certain topic, especially in this age, 2026 onward, you need to understand that the reason they're talking about this is to do with their own situation, particularly with money. They're trying to get paid, they're trying to get clout, they're trying to get attention, and they want to talk about hot topics that can get them attention and get likes and views. So you always got to keep that in mind. When you see a lot of people talking about a certain subject, don't think it's to inform you. More so, it's for their own benefit. Because a lot of people will say, oh, I have a channel, I'm trying to inform people about the truth. But everything that they talk about, you don't need to watch them to know about it. Like we're in 2026. You could have gotten away with that like 15 years ago. But at this point, everybody knows what they need to know. So when you like, that's why like you see all the I see so many astrologers talking about that, and it's like every time when you watch them, the only reason they're talking about it is it having to do with the government. Like they'll say Uranus and Gemini, the AI is gonna be more profound in social media because it's Gemini and it has to do with air and social media and AI and how we communicate. Like they're talking about it from like a synthetic fake perspective. Like the government created social media, the government created AI. So whatever happens with social media and the government, whatever happens with social media and AI, that has nothing to do with anything real. That's the government and their shit. And if people participate in it, then okay, that's something else. But for you to correlate social media and AI with a astrology transit is ridiculous. You should be looking at Uranus and Gemini and how it affects you personally. Because if there was no such thing as AI, if there was no such thing as social media, Uranus and Gemini would still exist. And how would Uranus and Gemini look without AI, without social media? You see what I'm saying? So you got to look at it like that's why I don't really like talking about, because when you talk about it, you have to look at it from your own perspective and how it affects you and in your life and how and what and if you talk about it, how are you using it to better your life? Like how is it going to affect you? What are you going to do to actually use the transits to your benefit? And if you don't have nothing to say about that, then I don't even really want to talk about astrology with anyone. Not talking about you personally. Like shout out to Paul Hitton, but it's just people in general are just retarded. Like you see these old ass ladies talking about astrology and talk about fucking this nonsense, man. This shit is crazy. Like I don't even want to get into it because it's gonna get me kind of upset, and I'm not trying to get into that mode where I'm like yelling and just talking, getting hella disrespectful. Because some of this shit be kind of like annoying me. Like you hear the most outlandish shit about aliens. Well, I heard this one bitch talking about how there's 7 different Earth timelines. Like 7. How the fuck you know? Like, first of all, why is it 7? Why is it not 3? Why is it not 8? Or why is there any timeline? Like, bitch, last time I checked, we're in planet Earth right now. Anybody talking about timelines is retarded. There's what the fuck you talking about a timeline? There's this reality we're experiencing. If you do something, then it's still going to be in this reality. There's no, oh, if I did this, I'm jumping into another timeline. Like, that doesn't make sense. It's like, I, it's like me saying, I'm not going to shut down the live stream. I'm going to keep live streaming. But in another timeline, I ended the live stream. Well, if you can't see that timeline, then it doesn't exist. It's only in your mind. Because the only way I can access that timeline is by me thinking about it. So I have to use my mind. So you're lost in your mind. You're a fucking retard. You see how it goes? So anybody talking about any type of timeline or aliens, it only exists in their mind because they have to think about it. So it exists, but it exists. If they didn't have their mind, they wouldn't be able to think of that dumb shit. It's not like they can go out and see it or they can go to it. Like if you can't go to the other alternate timeline, then why the fuck does it matter? You're just talking about something that doesn't exist that you made up in your mind. But then you'll call a kid crazy for believing in Santa Claus. But these grown ass fucking adults, these bitches out here, will literally say there's 7 different Earths with different timelines. Or there's a fucking alien that's like 7 feet tall, but you've never seen an alien. Like why don't you like and then they'll make up some reason why you can't see it. They say timeline, but it's on but it's yeah, it's like really are you on your path or not? I don't even like even then I don't even like to use the word path really, but I like certain things I do. 'Cause I just say like being yourself, like because when you be yourself, because really we're always on our path. You just are you on the positive path or negative path, but yeah, people are just trying to make money though. That's why that's why you got to be careful, especially nowadays with social media. You have to be very careful what you watch because everyone's just trying to get paid, and people will say whatever they want to get paid. And one thing I can tell you is the more somebody, especially when it comes to the spiritual community, the more you see somebody who is lost in the spiritual community, the more damaged that person is. So when you see somebody always talking about love and light, and they're always about peace being and go out in nature, those people have like severe mental illness. Not to say that nature is bad and it's not good to be peaceful. I'm not saying that. It's good to be peaceful. It's good to, but when you have to just wear a cloak and a like those little Indian turbans and dress like a Buddha, like that's somebody who's damaged. Because one thing I've noticed, a pattern I've noticed when I see a lot of people, um, let me see. I'm trying to make an example. Like when you see those people who dress like a Buddha and they're always out in nature, and they say connect with the universe. You like for example, Nature Boy. Not to hate on Nature Boy. I like Nature Boy. He's cool and everything. I'm not like hating on Nature Boy, but the people that follow Nature Boy. You know how they were in the forest and they had them dirty ass dreads, and then they put like little seashells on their fucking hair and wear copper around their head. Those type of, and they're always out in nature and with no shirt on. Like those type of people, that's a mental illness. That's nothing to do with spirituality. That's a mental illness. When you look at these people in their real life, and I've not even just the internet, but in real life, when I see people who have that train of thought, they have some type of mental illness, whether in real life where they have like narcissism, they have an erratic temper, they have a emotional temper where they get angry, they're very violent, they have a dark side to them. You'll notice people that embrace this so-called fake conscious spiritual shit, they have a, because what it is that they're trying to use that conscious spiritual, whatever the fuck you want to call it, to fix their problem and think that, the harder I try, it's like somebody who goes in a gang, they want to prove to the gang that they're tough, so they do a lot of crazy shit, but it doesn't mean that they tough. It just means they're just trying to show that they're tough. They're trying to prove, or like a female who works in construction trying to prove that she can do all the work by taking up, because she's like, you see, it's like they're trying to prove, because they know deep down they're a piece of shit individual and they're very damaged, so they feel they have to go the extra length to prove they're spiritual. So they have to wear copper wire, they have to dress like a fucking Buddhist monk, they have to shave their head all the time, they gotta talk a certain way, they have to always hold their hands like this. That's 9 out of 10. I'm not gonna say every person, but 9 out of 10 times when you see a person like that's a person who's very damaged and they have a mental illness. Gain muscle or gain eagers? I don't know what the fuck eagers is. I don't know what the fuck eagers is. So tell me what eagers is, then I can probably answer your question. He's like, because if you watch their videos, they don't tell you a lot because they don't know a lot. How can they tell you something they don't know? A lot of people are just regurgitating, because you got to understand, like when you see people like Bobby Hemmett, Dolores Cannon, the white bitch. You have Terrence McKenna. You had fucking Phil Valentine. All of these spiritual so-called people that were like, these were like and you had Dr. Malachi Z. York. All of these type of people that they talk. These are the people who are at the forefront of this whole conscious spiritual shit. So they're like the first people to talk about it. Like they're not the first people to be spiritual or intelligent, because most of these niggas, they weren't talking about shit. Like Bobby Hemmett, his whole doctrine was based upon the white man and Masons. But yet he talks shit about white people, but he talks about a cult, he talks about Aleister Crowley, He talks about the 72 Goetia. All of that shit is white people shit that they created. And then you have like other people within that industry, like every conscious spiritual person piggybacks off these initial teachers that were here like in the 60s and 70s. Like for white people, you have Dolores Cannon, you have Terrence McKenna. That's like their master teacher. For black people, it's Malachi C. York, Bobby Hemmett, people like that. There's more, but like I don't really give a fuck about them, so I don't remember all their names. But you got to understand, like those are the people who everybody piggybacks from. So when you watch the average spiritual person, that's where they're getting their content really from. And a lot of those people, they were like puppets placed here. They were just puppets placed here to, I don't want to say, because I'm not going to say they were here to mislead the people or they're like bad people, like, and everything that they say was wrong. I don't want to say that, like, but it's just they get into a whole bunch of shit that doesn't make sense. Like they'll tell you like certain things that because everybody's right at some perspective, but they get lost once they start talking about aliens and you have to be out in nature, and they get that's where it's like they get lost. Oh, you had stomach problems. You have parasites. You have to remove the parasites. I remember I had the black walnut, organic black walnut I showed you guys. You have to use that and get rid of the parasites. Yeah, you don't have fungus. It's parasites. It's bacteria and parasites. You need to, let me show you. If you're in the room, shout out to Mysterio. I'm gonna post a community tab so you can see it more. Hold on. So if you have any type of stomach problems and you have parasites, you need to get you this right here. Is organic black walnut and wormwood. Get, if you can, get this version. They have a whole bunch of other versions, but this is organic. This is probably the best one you can get in this type of liquid form. Get you some of this shit right here. And take this twice a day, morning and night, for 3 weeks. Do not take it more than 3 weeks, because it's like you don't want to take it too much because it can be harmful if you take it too much. But it's a herb, it's natural, but you don't want to take it too much. But this will get rid of parasites. It will kill them. Take it for three weeks. I'll say three. Take it for 3 weeks. Some people do a month, but I'll say if you want to do a month, you can, but do not go over 4 weeks. And then after that, take a break for like a month and a half, and then take it again for another 3 weeks, and then you should be good for, because this will kill the parasites in your stomach. It will get rid of them, and the stomach ache you have will diminish. It'll go. I had a huge stomach ache like 2 months ago, and I had parasites in my fucking stomach. Like I had a dream that I had parasites, so like I knew I had them because I had a dream and everything, and I felt hella sick. Like my stomach was hella hurting me. It was like very painful. So I know what you're going through. So and then this is why I got this, and this actually cleansed. And I've gave this to numerous family members. Oh my God. Shut the fuck up, dude. I gave this to numerous family members as well, and it helped them get rid of their issues. So you want to get the plant based, get this one. Like they have other brands and it still will work, but this is organic and this is my favorite one because the consistency is very potent and premium. The other ones are watery and it has grain alcohol, which it still works, but this one it's better. It's more healthier. It's better. It's organic, and the liquid is more thick. When you get the non-organic one, it's more watery and shit, and it's light. This one is hella thick, like it's hard to squeeze, so it's more potent. But you want to take this for twice a day, morning and night. Take it before you go to bed and take it in the morning. and you can it tastes bitter as fuck. It's very bitter, so you might want to mix it with a little bit of juice. Don't put too much juice. Put like like a little bit of juice, like this much juice in a cup, and then mix 1 drop of this, and then take it twice a day, morning and night, and you'll notice the difference. But you also, when it comes to parasites, you also want to like eat better, and because there's a reason why the parasites came, so you want to eat better and try to, whatever you're doing to attract the parasites, you want to stop doing that. So yeah, what's his name? Oh, Master Key, Master Yao. I'm gonna check him out. Yeah, I'm gonna check him out. Yeah. And that stuff is very cheap. You can go to Vitamin Shop and get it. If you have a vitamin, you can go to Vitamin Shop if you have one. I'm sure you have one at your house because it's a corporate company. So it's a corporate business that sells herbs. Go to a Vitamin Shop. You can easily get, it's like 21 bucks. If you can, you can just pocket that shit. Go to the herb section, just put in your pocket, walk out. It's hella easy. If you could go to a vitamin shop, if you down to do that, but like it's pretty cheap. It's like 21.99. Yeah. Okay, he said I always saw people like that with copper in their hair, and they just doing too much. Like, okay, where's this all, huh? Yeah, that's what that's the point I'm saying. They have all this copper in their hair. He's like, what's the point? How we? That's not the point. Like the point for them is they're using it as like a cover up because a lot because we're humans. We all go through shit in life, and a lot of these people like when they see this type of stuff, they use it as a way to like mask their issues and make themselves feel better. Like somebody who goes into religion and they just talk about Jesus, but then they never practice what the Bible talks about. Like you see a lot of people out here like talk about, oh, I believe in Jesus, but then they still listen to like rap music. Not to say there's nothing wrong with rap music, but if you call yourself a Christian, then it tells you that's secular music. So you shouldn't be listening to rap music. But then you'll talk to somebody who talks about Jesus and believes in Jesus. But then I say, why do you listen to rap music? And then they'll tell me, well, that doesn't mean anything. Um, I have my own relationship with Jesus, and I don't follow the church. So you're not a Christian then. So why do you even believe in Jesus? Because you're taking somebody's idea. Jesus was somebody's idea. Somebody thought, I'm going to create a story, we're going to name him Jesus, and we're going to have people believe in it. You took that idea, and then now you want to practice that belief, but you don't want to follow the rules and still call yourself a Christian, or you're not. You're just making up your own shit. So like even religion, nobody even takes religion serious, because if you're into religion, you can't listen to secular music, you can't listen to rap music, you can't watch certain movies, you can't swear. You gotta, but then people say it's not that serious. It's not okay. Then you're not a Christian. I'm not saying you have to not listen to rap music and you have to be perfect, but you're not a Christian. You can't call yourself a Catholic or a Christian if you decide to do those things. And there's nothing wrong with listening to rap music. There's nothing wrong, but you can't call yourself a Catholic, a Christian, or a religious person if you're going to not follow what's in the Bible. And you can't make an excuse. I fucking hate that shit when people like why would you do that? Like at that point you're an idiot. You're confused. You're just showing the world how confused you are. He's like, but Master Yoda said there's 3 phases of King on verse. You gotta cultivate the energy and then heal yourself. Yeah, you do, because you gotta remove the blockages. So
like, that's what I was saying. You got to remove the blockage from your spine and from your. You got to cleanse the blood and remove the blockage from your spine. Then that allowed you to actually be in your own body. Because when you have blockages and issues, you're not in your body. So you're not yourself. So once you remove all that, you're actually yourself. That's when I say being yourself, you're removing all blockages. Then therefore, all the thoughts you get and all the actions you do is authentic. Because when you have blockages, you think you don't. The thoughts that come in your brain aren't really yours. So you're not able to be yourself. So once you heal, then you're able to take the energy further. So he is right. Yeah. See, why do people online be saying the worst stuff about like dating advice? Somebody said females don't care if you work out. That's don't pay attention to all that shit. Like, remember I said yesterday in my live stream that a lot of that shit is people's projections. Like, we're in a time where people have to talk about stuff. They have to like pretty much say things to make themselves feel better. Since nobody wants to do the work, everybody wants to feel good without actually doing anything to feel good. People need to make an excuse to make themselves feel better why they didn't accomplish what they want to accomplish. So if you have somebody who's into MGTOW and they can't get the women that they want, then they have to make an excuse. I'm not saying that there aren't women that don't think like that, but that's very few, because any woman who thinks like how these MGTOW talk, they don't have no fucking man. And you gotta understand, women don't put the same value on sex like men do. It's different. So these niggas will say, oh, these women, they get all the men they want. No, a female, they want to have a man that can be a provider and be with them. Most men, especially wealthy men who have money, they don't want to just wife any bitch unless there's something worth wifing. So this is why it's hard for most women. This is why you see a lot of women, especially attractive women, say that there's no good men out here, because it's more when it comes to women. They want just like men want sex, women, they want somebody they can be with, and they want a man to marry them. Most men aren't just gonna marry anyone. You're not gonna just marry any female. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta look at it like that. Like, and then they'll say, oh, women don't care if you work out or not. First of all, it's like, you shouldn't even be working out for women. Like, for a man to say women don't care if you work out. So first of all, why are you even working out for anyone but yourself? If you're working out, it should be for your health. It should be for your own image. Do you want to feel good in your body? I'm not working out for anybody, man or woman. At least if you're going to work out for somebody, it should be like, okay, I'm trying to work out to be an athlete so I can play basketball and be more efficient on the court, on the field. I'm playing football, I want to be bigger so I can be more efficient on the field. That's as far as it goes. But why would you work out for a female? It doesn't make any sense. Like, so, like, who said people who work out is for females? So like, that person who said that is lost. They said women don't like men who work out. Well, for that to even come in your brain, that means you're working out for other people. You should never work out for other people. You should work. The first number one reason you should work out is for your health. That's the number one reason. The whole concept of going to the gym is for health. Who the fuck is going to a gym? When you look at the type of exercises and different activities you do in the gym, what do? They exercise the body to promote health. If you're trying to get women, you wouldn't go to a gym. You will go do something like learn how to, probably your social skills, or learn how to, like, I don't know, like, you see what I'm saying? Learn how to be able to be emotionally there, or learn social skills or something if you're trying to get women. But if you're going into a gym, the number one thing you want to do is promote health. When you're running on a treadmill, you're not running on the treadmill huffing and puffing for a female, you're running on a treadmill huffing and puffing because it burns calories and it can lower your blood pressure, your cholesterol, remove body fat to promote health. So the activity you're doing, so what are you doing? So the gym has never been about, not to say that women don't like a person who looks fit, but that's a side effect, that's a symptom, that's a byproduct. But that's not even always guaranteed. Like some women like fat men, just like some men like fat ass women. So like that's stupid. And then yeah, people who say that they're just damaged. Like I don't want to say like, oh, like women don't have issues and shit, but men and women have issues. Was good with it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't even really fuck with a lot of these bitches like that. Like I look at it personally. Like I don't have an issue with women in general. I treat every situation personal and isolated. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I try my best to not group everything together. And I'm not saying I'm perfect and it's like, no, sometimes I can see you might want to group everything like fuck these bitch ass niggas because everybody reminds you of that bit. I'm not saying it's easy, but I try my best not to group everybody, and I try my best to keep every situation isolated. So, and it actually makes sense because I notice like not every female is retarded, but you may be experiencing that. And a lot of the reasons you experience a lot of retarded shit is because something to do with your energy. Because when you're in a fucked up energy, then it puts you in fucked up positions. So it can even play like a simple example. You can be having a fucked up mindset and you having a bad energy. So now when you order DoorDash. Out of all the DoorDash drivers, you get the DoorDash driver who fucks up your order. But if you were to order DoorDash in a positive mindset, the higher a chance you would have got a DoorDash order who actually made your order correct, or even better, depending on your energy. The DoorDash order made a mistake, but it gave you two hamburgers instead of one, or something happened where you see what I'm saying. Like you got more money. It cost $20, but you only paid 15 because they made a mistake. So you got a better driver. You see, so you got to also look at the energy you're in as well, because if you're attracting a lot of bitches, because especially when you're attracting different relationships are a reflection of you. You don't really actually love another person in a relationship. You just love how they make you feel within that relationship in a way, because you can't you in order for you to attract a relationship where a female loves you and it's real, you have to love yourself. So when you're in a loving relationship with a female that really fucks with you, that's because you're not really in love with her. You're in love with the mindset that you're in. So you're in a good mindset, and that allows you to be able to love the female, and then by default, she's gonna reciprocate that back. But it's all a reflection of how you love yourself. So if you attract a lot of bitches who ain't shit, then that means there's certain aspects of yourself that you're not really healed from because you're attracting that type of bitch. You see what I'm saying? So it kind of because you can't really, because anytime you're looking for anything, you don't have it. So you say you're looking for some type of girl that's real, and I'm looking for a good relationship. That means you're not a good If you're looking for a good relationship and you can't get one, and you say I'm trying to find a girl with a good relationship, that means you're not a person to be in a good relationship with. You see what I'm saying? Like, so if you dated a female and she's a fucking bitch, then you gotta look at it like, yeah, she is a bitch, and fuck that bitch and cuss her ass out if you have to. But you gotta look at it like you're not good to be in a relationship with, but you can't see it from that perspective. And the reasons why you're not good to be in a, and you may think, well, I am good, I do all this, but it's like that's the reason, because you can't just, it's not about just being nice and being a pushover and, oh, I was there and I did that. Do you truly internally love yourself? Are you in alignment and love yourself? When you really love yourself and in alignment, then everything else is like automatic. You're gonna attract somebody, and you're and not to say you want to attract dickheads, but if you truly love yourself and you truly did the inner transmutation, whatever you want to call it, you're gonna attract a female who also done that. So it's gonna be very minimal that you're gonna run across a female that's gonna play bullshit games with you. But when you haven't done the work, you just get in a relationship, then you're gonna find a female who plays bullshit games with you, and it's a reflection of your energy. You may not. I'm not to say she may be a narcissist or whatever, or some dumbass bitch. You may not be a narcissist or a dumbass bitch like her, but you still have some flaws. That's a reflection, because you gotta look at it from the other perspective. For her in her position, and the way she's treating you, she's obviously not happy with you for whatever reason that is. So in her position, she's fucked up, and you see how she's fucked up. So for her to treat you like that shows you that she's fucked up. But why would she attract somebody that she feels she has to always argue with? Nobody wants to just always argue with somebody. So even a female who's retarded and she's arguing, in her mind she's probably like, why can't I get a good man? But it's like she can't because she's a piece of shit. You see what I'm saying? Which is not to say like you're a piece of shit. She attracted you, but it's like it's all energy work. You gotta understand. You gotta understand that. And this is not to say that you won't ever attract negative people if you are in a good vibration or whatever you want to call it. That's not to say that, but it's a start, and you'll minimize your chances of attracting dickheads. Let me read some more. This is calm. Oh fuck. Hold on, give me a minute, guys. Yeah. Like me, this is why I say it's always good to be honest with yourself. Like me, I'm very honest with myself. I know, like that's one thing about YouTube and content creators, especially content creators within the spiritual community. They're not honest with themselves. Like you see a lot of these content creators, they'll sit there and lie and act like they're doing something. Like I'll tell you, like I'm not perfect. Like this is why you guys don't see me with no female really. Like I'll fuck with some bitches, but not no. You don't see me with no solid relationship, because there's certain aspects of myself I gotta work out. Because I can be honest with that. Because I'm not here. I don't care about other people's validation. I don't care how you see me. So therefore, like I can be real with you guys. But sometimes like I would do things because I have to teach myself. Like sometimes like I'll be so honest and I'll be saying shit, but then I have to tell myself I could still be real and not disclose certain things, because there's a thin line between being real and talking about your business and letting people get in your privacy and shit. You don't want to sit here and just start exposing and being vulnerable and thinking, oh, I'm being real. So that's why like I don't really go as hard as I did like 3 years ago in my video and doing crazy shit, because that's not being real. That's just being stupid. So that's why I try to like keep a balance. But like you'll have a lot of people within the spiritual community, they will act like they're doing something. And from my experience, when I deal with people that aren't in the spiritual community, they accomplish a lot more. Like there's people I know that aren't in the spiritual community. They don't even really be talking that deep into spirituality like that. They'll be into it a little bit, but they just live a regular life and they're able to accomplish more compared to people in the spiritual community. People in the spiritual community, they will try to make it look like you're not doing shit while they're not doing shit themselves. Like I literally have had a motherfucker on here trying to act like I'm not doing shit. But when I look at their life right now, they work a fucking shitty ass job. They still haven't been able to come out of that. They're not doing nothing important or special, but they will talk and speak like they're doing something, but just to make themselves feel better like they aren't. Like they'll be like, "Oh, it's about building it, coming together, and creating your own thing." And most people, they're not doing shit. Well, it's like they're not doing shit themselves. Like, you see what I'm saying? Because first of all, like I never said it's like I may have probably come across like that, but I like to just mind my business now. Like especially nowadays, because back in the day I did give off that energy, but I'm starting to take it back where I was like, I don't know what anybody else should be doing. All I know is what I'm supposed to be doing. I can give a fuck what somebody's doing. If you're on my page, watch them. If you're on my page, I'm assuming you just came to listen to what I have to say. I'm not putting no I'm not putting no pressure or no assumptions on you of who you need to be. I don't care. That has nothing to do with me. I'm not going to judge you for what you're not doing because you have people, oh, this person isn't spiritual. Because there used to be a time I used to be like, oh, I can't be around spiritual people. They're bots. But then like the last year, I came into a realization like everyone's a fucking bot in some way. There's no such thing. The only people you could say that aren't a bot are people that are in your circle that you know in real life. And you're actively doing something with those people to better your situation. Beyond that, everyone's a fucking bot. You can't say, oh, this person watches the same content creator as me. He's not a bot. You see what I'm saying? That's why, like, I don't even. That's why you guys don't see me. I don't even collab and fuck with any content creator like that. I don't. I don't really. Unless they come on my page and they show respect, then okay, I'll be like whatever. But I don't just. I don't shout out nobody no more. Not to say I hate them or they have problems or nothing. Like, there's nothing to do with any bad. And I don't have any ill will towards these people. It's just. It's just a lot of mental illness out there and a lot of people who like they care about their image, so they will say things and do things that don't even align with what they're actually doing. Like they're not just because when they make a video, they're assuming that they're supposed to be doing this, and people that watch their channel think that they're supposed to be doing this. Like I don't give a fuck about any of that. Like I come on here to talk. Like I'll come on here and turn on the fucking game and just game for 8 hours one day. And I don't give a fuck what you guys say. But there's some people that are like, oh, I don't want to game on here because I'm a spiritual channel, and I don't want people to think I'm not doing my like. But yet these people aren't paying your bills. These people weren't there when you were at your lowest moment and you overcame it. Like who the fuck are these people? And it made me realize like a year ago when like there was somebody who was just like sneak dissing me and they were cool with me before when they were making videos. They weren't talking disrespectful really. They did kind of get disrespectful, but it's like they were just sneak dissing. And I made a video back and like I said some shit back and I knew they seen it and I was like I don't like really don't give a fuck. They said I'm projecting and I got like they were just pretty much trying to make it look like, and I'm like, first of all, like don't get upset at me because you had assumptions. You're lost in your mind and you think I'm supposed to be something that you're not even being. Like, you can't even get your mother to fucking agree with what the fuck you talking about, dumbass nigga. How you gonna come on my page and get mad at me that I don't act how you supposed to have me to act? Go have your mother act like you want me to act. Go have your fucking brother or your sister or your uncle. Don't like leave me out of it, bitch. I don't fucking know you. You haven't paid a bill in my fucking life. That's what's weird. This shit is weird. Like I don't gotta show anything. Like motherfuckers like, oh, can you prove what you're saying? I don't gotta prove shit because you're not paying my fucking bills. I don't even get paid off of YouTube. So why do I have to prove anything to you bitch ass faggots? Now this is not a disrespect to the supporters and the subscribers. But if anything, you guys should be learning from me what I'm telling you. Like, be yourself and do your thing. Don't let anybody try to make you feel a certain way, because this should be weird. Like, there's this one nigga, like, I don't even want to name drop, man. I kind of don't even want to tell this story because I don't want people to watch my channel and think I'm trying to start shit. But there's this one motherfucker within this whole, I don't even know if I want to say this shit. I'm not gonna say it, but I'm gonna tell the story. But I don't want to. I'm gonna leave out certain keywords because I don't want to. I'm just not trying to really have that. But anyways, there's like this one motherfucker, right? And I was watching this YouTube channel, and it was this one nigga, and I guess fucking he got exposed because he owed this nigga money because this dude provided a service for him, and he provided the service for the dude for free, and come to find out he didn't pay the dude the money, and he owed the dude like thousands of dollars. And the only reason he provided the service from the person, because they were in this so-called spiritual community group, and they all were cool, and he thought the project that he was gonna be working on was gonna take off. And I'm like, this is why I don't even do shit, because the dude who probably lent him the services for free, he probably was like, oh, we got to build together. He had all these preconceived notions, so he wasn't really thinking in reality. Like, first of all, if I have a service that I'm charging $2,000, you pay me at least half up front. It's not gonna be a situation, oh, we spiritual, we cool. Cause come to find out now, the dude who he lent the money to doesn't even make YouTube videos no more. Like, he doesn't even make content. And then they had like this whole thing that they were doing, and that shit failed. They spent like a lot of money. I don't want to get into it, but you can't take no one serious. So like, the dude that he lent the money to doesn't even make videos no more. But then when you look at the dude that he lent the money to, you look at his videos like 6 months ago, he's all talking all proper. Ooh, I'm trying to build this page, and I'm trying to get in the algorithm, and he's all trying to talk like a bot. And you know how those people who like they don't swear in their videos, they use proper manner, they have a thumbnail, their thumbnails are all professional, their videos are all YouTube grade A professional, and they don't swear, and their channel is all neat and tidy, every thumbnail picture is perfect. Every time you look at their descriptions, it has their Cash App and all their links to their sites and their social media, and they have it all neat. Like, he had that shit set up, and you can tell the way he's trying to talk, he's trying to be somebody. And I can be like, this nigga, you fake as fuck, nigga. Like, I can see, because it's like you're just trying to copy the YouTube content creator blueprint. You're trying to copy how Mr. Beast or Shot I Show Speed or all like Infinite Water. You're trying to copy those people. Like, you can tell he's trying to copy that blueprint to be successful. And anytime you see somebody who tries to copy a blueprint to be successful, that's a fake ass nigga. They're not gonna go far, because those people who you're copying, they didn't copy no one. That's their blueprint. So when you see somebody copy Infinite Waters, they're copying Infinite Waters. Infinite Waters didn't copy no one. So you talk shit about Infinite Waters, but then you go and copy his blueprint. But when he made his blueprint, he didn't copy it. That was him. But you forget that, because so many people have that blueprint after the fact. Not to say Infinite Waters created, because his stupid nigger ass didn't do shit. But I'm giving you an example. Like, he was out around 2012, which was like back early. There's people that came after him who copy certain things he did, but then will kind of like talk down. But then their content is like the same shit as him. That's where I'm going at. I'm not saying Infinite Waters is like a veteran or he's any fuck that stupid nigger. But I'm just trying to tell you, like, people try to copy the blueprint, and then those people, they're never successful because it's not authentic. That's why it's like I don't trust this whole YouTube shit, really. Like, anytime I see a nigga who's copying people or they're too politically correct, I'm like, at least if you're gonna be politically correct, if you're gonna copy your blueprint, at least be getting the bag, at least be viral, at least be somebody who's like, at least make it worth it. You doing all that just for you to not be on YouTube? Like, 'cause the dude's channel who I'm talking about, he doesn't even make videos no more. And then I remember in his video, he's like, I'm gonna get this page up, and we're gonna do big things, and we're creating, and we're doing all this, and like, he doesn't even make videos. So all the like that's a person who's very untrustworthy. They're very weak. So when life hits them, they just stop making shit. I'm not to say life will never get me to stop making it, but I'm not on here trying to promote something or trying to. I'm not doing any of that shit. And even if I do, like, it's I'm not doing it to get like validation. It's something that I'm doing within. Like, okay, I want to do this. Other people you see like they're trying to copy somebody. It's not real. That's what I'm trying to get you guys to understand. Like, a lot of these people are fake out here. Yeah, it's like yeah, even if two people like each other, the second that they try to be themselves around each other, they're resistant because you're not listening. Yeah, you you really can't. You're supposed to be yourself at all times. This is why there's so much confliction because you can't really be yourself around people nowadays without some type of problem. Like I notice, like when I be around people, when things start to go bad, is when I'm myself too much. When I relax into myself too much, then that's when it's a problem. Like even like the way you sit, the way you like people like it offends them. I don't know why. I never could put my. I don't even think about it. Like I can give a fuck, but I notice and me like right now, like because I'm older, so I don't have time for. It's not that I don't have the energy, because I have the energy. Because that's one thing. Another thing I hate. People say, "Oh, when you get older, you don't have the energy." It depends on the person. Like when you get older, you're supposed to have more energy. Anybody telling you the older you get, the less energy is that's somebody who doesn't take care of their health. That's somebody who's brainwashed, who they have a very programmed mind. So their situation's different. That doesn't have to be your situation. When you get older, you're supposed to actually look younger, be younger, and feel younger. If you're doing the proper spiritual or and physical exercise, like you doing yoga, exercise, you're doing energy work, you fast regularly, you're supposed to get younger. Anybody that says opposite is they're full of shit. So, but what I was going on is like now the older I get, the more that I just can't put up with like bullshit people. So I forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, about what he said about when you're. Oh yeah, you. I can't like around. What if I'm around people? I can't really. I don't. I have a zero tolerance for like cause this is how I do it. If I'm around somebody and I feel like I can't be myself without confliction, I'm able to pick that up, and then I'm able to save time and just cut that situation, cut that relationship out, cut it short because I can discern subtle cues I can sense like because when you initially meet somebody, it may be cool, but you gotta understand like once you start actually meeting a person, if they haven't dealt with their trauma and their issues, you just being yourself, you may trigger that within them. So you may be saying I didn't do anything wrong, but most people have mental illness and they have trauma within the nervous system, so it's gonna play out. So you may have not done anything wrong, so it's gonna come out. So I'm able to sense that ahead of time. So I just cut off the relationships. That's why I don't really have those issues no more. But at the same time, the fact that I can sense it, it just shows you I can't even really. It's hard for me to be around a lot of people, because I have a Saturn and Aquarius. I have a Saturn and Aquarius, so when Aquarius rules like strangers, people, even like just people in general, like the public, like that's what Aquarius rules. I have a stellium in Aquarius, sixth house, so and that's including Saturn. So the universe really won't even allow me to be cool with people unless it's on some business shit. Because what will happen is it'll end up being a problem, or if it's cool, it'll be a situation where I like they move somewhere far away, or something happens where we can't be cool no more. They have to do something like it gets cut off. It has to be about some real shit. Because it'll play out. Well, I'll be cool with motherfuckers, and it's just a problem. But I haven't really done, like, it's been years since I really tested that shit. Because at this point, I don't even really give a fuck anymore. And what pisses me off is how everyone tries to talk about I'm real. Or I'm a real, or I'm a real nigga, and I don't like fake niggas. I'm not fake, but it's like you can't even be real without it being a problem. It's like people only want you to be real if you fit into a certain type of personality. So if you have a lame, boring ass personality, if that person acts real, then it works for them because their realness is something lame and typical. But if you're somebody who isn't lame and typical, then your realness, it offends people, and it like you got to understand it being when you offend people, it doesn't always have to do about what you're doing. It's how you talk. Like sometimes if you're too confident, or if you talk with a conviction, that's a problem. Because a lot of people, they're insecure. So when you talk like you know something, they try to pick your mind. Like, oh, how do you know that? Who are you? You don't know that. And it's like, even if I didn't know, bitch, like I know more than you. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't even know how these bitches be thinking when it comes to anger. Like you said, when you were angry, she liked that part of you. Like that's just mental illness. I like, why would you like somebody when they're angry? I don't even like to argue. Like I heard somebody say, I like for there to be a female. So I like there to be a little toxic energy in the relationship. I literally heard a bitch say that. I like there to be a little toxicity in the relationship. I was like that doesn't make sense because if okay, what if you go with an individual that's toxic and he starts whooping your ass, then you call the police. Now he's in jail, and you can't see him no more. Do you still like toxicity? Cause toxicity ain't no joke for some people. Some people will whoop off on your ass, even if you're a female. Some people even die from that shit. I don't know. It just is retarded. I don't know what's going on with the world. It's too ridiculous, man. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I don't have time nowadays to worry about if a female grew up with a parent, or it's like all I say is if you're invading upon me getting to my goals and my aspirations, I don't give a fuck about you. At this point, I get you, and it's good to know about a female's upbringing and her parents, but I don't even have time for that shit nowadays. Like, I really don't have time for that shit. I can really care less about if you're mentally ill. I don't care to dissect it or to try to help you, especially in these days, because we're at a different time, right? Like everyone likes to talk about we're in a shift, we're in a different time, but nobody talks about what comes with this shift. In this new shift, like literally in this new shift, anyone with mental illness is literally fucking retarded. It's not like how it was 10 years ago where you had a problem, and then you found out about your problem, and then you start healing the problem. And in 2026, if you have a mental problem, you is you're looked at as, what the fuck were you doing the last 7 years? You see what I'm saying? If you had a mental illness 10 years ago, it was hope. Oh, it's time to heal. It's time to do this. Go meditate. Go do what you got to do. Kill your trauma. Nowadays, anybody that's telling you they have a mental illness, you need to be looking at them like, where the fuck were you? Where have you been the last 5 years? How do you have this type of problem in 2026? We went to 2021, 23, 22, 24, 25, not to mention 2020, 2019. All of these years, what were you doing for it to be 2026 and you still have these issues? This is the type of shift we're in. You got to be looking at, where it's today, wherever the date is, and you're still dealing with this problem. Even when it comes to like certain type of people into finance, like you have people complain about like their financial issues, which I get it, but some people aren't in a position to complain. Some people are. Like if you're like in a situation where it's really fucked up, but there's certain people, they they had opportunities to better themselves. They just didn't do it. Remember everybody back in 2020 was talking how they're gonna be social media famous and be the next I Show Speed, and I'm gonna be rich off TikTok, and I'm gonna buy fucking cryptocurrency. I remember 2021. You had people getting working at McDonald's trying to get a minimum wage job so they can take their check, and they will get their check and they will buy these little meme. I don't want to say meme coins. Some of them were meme coins, but they were like crypto coins that were under a penny, and they will buy like 10,000 of those for like $200. No, they'll buy like 10 million coins for like $200, and then they'll say these 10 million coins are going to be worth 500,000 in 5 years, in 6 years, in 10 years. A lot of that shit was scam, and a lot of that. Don't get me wrong, those coins did go up because there's people like, I look at my brother. He put like 60 in the coin, and he made 800. But then after that, it went down. Like it went up, but it went down. And a lot of people, after it went down, they sold it because they got scared, or they probably sold it when it went up a little. So and then that craze, it died off. Then you had the social media craze, which that shit, even in 2023, because one thing you gotta understand is time exposes everything. So when social media was back in 2023, even as close as 2023, 2022, people were like, "Oh, I'm gonna be rich off social media," and everybody was looking at it. Everybody who made a YouTube account, they thought that they were like gonna change the world. Oh, I had 1,000 people following me. I'm gonna be the next fucking orator for the world. I'm gonna teach my spirituality, or I'm gonna, like, everybody had that type of thought like 3-4 years ago. Like nowadays, people are realizing this social media shit is just what it is. It's just a platform just to talk, get your shit off, and then go on about your life. And you see, like nobody, like the potential people thought it was, is not there. So like that's time. Time exposed that, because over time, people, because social media is getting a little older. It's not really, it's still brand new, but it's aging, and as it ages, you're gonna start seeing it. You're gonna perceive it differently, and people are gonna actually, like you're gonna see a lot differently. This is why mental illness is going up as well. Go back to 2008. Mental illness was not as bad as it is right now. Social media wasn't even a thing in 2008. I remember, like, when I was younger, like, we were passing notes in class. The teacher would have to say no notes allowed, because motherfuckers would pass notes because there was no texting, and like that was like a fucking thing at one point. Now it's like it's different. So I remember, like, it's like time it's changed. So as social media gets more older and age more, you're gonna see like it just be another thing. it's just gonna be another thing. And then the AI shit, like, I don't know where that's gonna go, but all I can say is if that AI shit doesn't stop or it keeps accelerating at the pace it's accelerating, because I don't know where this shit's going. I'm not in control of social media or AI. I don't own any stake in AI. I don't own any stake in any social media company. I'm not an investor in that shit, so I don't know what's going. Anybody that tells you they're fucking retarded. But all I do know is if it keeps accelerating AI and shit and all this like it's doing right now, it's literally gonna get to a point where you probably won't even need to talk to people no more, on a certain level. Like they're gonna this shit's gonna be so real because they have it right now, but they can't make it too real because they have to try to bring it in slow. And even if they bring it in too real, it's got to get rid of a lot of jobs and get rid of a lot of, like, it's got to just change a lot of shit. Even like with when it comes to OnlyFans and shit, like you won't even need a female for that, because you could just create your own AI to like that looks real like me. He's like, it's sad to see when it's family every day. I just do what I do in their mind. Yeah. A lot of Masons on TikTok are out here acting like it's just a hobby and not a cult. If you actually fell for it and joined, which is buffoonery, would that be? It depends on what you're doing, though. If you're like most of the like, it depends on what you're doing. Like if you mislead a lot of people and you're like actually, like if you're one of these people who like rage bait, race bait, and you just talk about negative shit to get people upset, that's just gonna haunt you. That's just gonna come back. Karma's gonna get you. That's why I say you gotta be careful what you're talking about on here, because a lot of these people, their whole content is about race baiting and rage baiting just to get you upset. Just all they do is talk about like, oh, a baby got raped and killed. Like, why are you telling me a baby got raped and killed? I don't want to fucking hear that shit. You make a whole 20-minute video like talking about that shit, and then sometimes you'll click it and you'll watch the shit to see what's going. It's like, what was the point of you making a whole video talking about this shit? Or they'll talk about some race bait. Like people like that, they're gonna get their karma. That's why you got to be careful what you're putting out on this platform, because that shit can't come back to get you. There's this one dude like, and sometimes you be seeing the karma play out in real time. There's this one dude, right? He's a fitness influencer. Everything that this nigga did on his, I mean, everything he did on his channel was ridicule people who didn't know how to work out in the gym. It'll be a fat person working out in the gym, lifting weights the wrong way because they're probably overweight and they can't lift properly or they don't know how. He will be like, he will literally judge them. This is a no. You need to do better. And then he'll get like 100,000 views and people just ridiculing. I remember there was this black girl. This was some racist shit, I think. He tried to play it off like it's not racist, but it was racist because the people in his comments were racist as fuck. But he was just like acting like it's not about race. But nigga, your whole comment section's talking hella racist. So it was this black girl at the gym, and I guess she did something which was kind of like, I guess it was against the rules, and it was, but he exposed her and got her banned from the gym, and he would just expose, because he wouldn't expose, he all he would do was put the video out, but then he'll have following people who follow him who will like dox these people and expose them. And it's funny because one day um he made a video and he said something, and I forgot what he said. He said something, and his whole audience was tearing him up. And it was so bad, he said he has to take a break from social media. And this was the same dude who was ridiculing people, telling them they need to do better. Something, because the karma hit. That's why I say you got to be careful what you put out there. That's why I like to mind my business. Like if I talk shit, I try not to put people's name in the title. I like to just talk more general. I don't like to put people's name and expose people. Like I even laid off on that one retarded bitch who was like trolling me. Like she has mental illness. I don't know. I don't even want to go into that. But I try to not expose people because I don't want that. And I'm trying to go far in my life, and I don't need any type of blockage due to my own undoing. I don't want to create any blockages that don't need to be there because of the energy I put out. So that's why I'm very careful. I don't even like. I like to just mind my business. I don't. I don't. You see, I don't put nobody's name in my videos unless it's somebody in my comments, and I fuck with them and shit. Cause I don't want to put that energy and then it comes back to me, and cause that shit is real. I've seen it play on YouTube, like people doing stupid shit. Even the whole McBain thing. This one bitch, she was doing McBain, eating this garbage and shit. This bitch had a heart attack, like literally. And I'm like, that's the energy you're putting out. Gluttonous greed, stupid ass energy. Obviously, it's got to come back and get you. So you got to be careful what you're putting out there, because it's not gonna end good. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. And like nowadays, and really, I really don't even have time for any of that. Like this is for everyone. Nobody has time. Like I know people like to say like, the older you get, the more time. Nigga, nobody got time, bitch. Everybody is on a time crunch. Like life itself is changing, so like no one really has time for any of the bullshit. That's why this is why I tell you guys like, this is why you think the YouTube has so many AI bots, because nobody really has time for YouTube like that. Because if you look at the like most people that I talk to in real life, especially when you see people that got family, kids, they don't have time to really be on social media. They don't have time to game. They don't have time to just fuck off. They're busy. So when I see people on social media trying to talk about MGTOW and how women are, I'm like, how do you have the time to talk about, like, first of all, how you say women are all like this? Like they'll have, and don't get me wrong, like, I'm not sick enough for these bitches because these bitches ain't shit. But how do you have time to make all these assumptions about what black people do, what women do, but you're in the house all day making videos and talking about social media? It's like, are you? You're not even out there in the real world. Like you, the only thing you must be doing is just watching it from the internet. Stupid. Like how does anyone have time for that shit? Like I don't get it. Like it's weird. Yeah, I probably when I end this live stream, I'm probably gonna go in the game and I'll probably stream. I'm right now. I'm playing Borderlands 4. Cause I'm probably about to end this live and then hop on the game for a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna play Borderlands right now. I'm gonna go live when I end this live stream. I'm gonna go live on the game. I might set up the game where I'm talking. I can like I don't know because that's the thing with me. I really don't give a fuck about this social media shit like that. Like if I wanted to, I can get a nice setup, a mic. Yeah, but it's like I don't give a fuck about all that stupid ass shit. It's a waste of money, a waste of time. Just set it up, and I don't like dealing with all that shit. Like if there's no purpose to it. Even when it comes to AI shit, like I was thinking, like I might make some AI videos or AI thumbnails, but it's like I just don't feel like doing that shit. Like if I'm not doing it to make some type of money or a purpose, I just can't see myself wasting my time doing that shit. But I'm probably gonna look into that because that AI shit, I'm actually gonna start looking into how to do that AI shit. Cause that should be like, especially as it gets more advanced. Like right now, it's kind of amateur right now, but once the AI gets to, like, I'm gonna start doing. Cause I want to learn that whole AI program. Cause they had Chat GPT, then they got another one called Claude, and they got other ones. I want to learn how to like really do that shit. I might even make like an AI TikTok or Instagram or some shit. Make this videos or I don't know. I'm gonna look into that because that shit kind of interesting. At first I was hating on it, the AI shit. And don't get me wrong, I don't like it, but I look at it like I'm like in the middle. Like I don't like it, but it's like at the same time, it's not that I hate it or I like it. It's just whatever. But it's like a tool that I feel like I'm gonna use, cause like I be seeing how some of the shit people be making, and like don't let anybody trick you off your shit. Cause you be watching these spiritual people. Oh, don't get into AI because it's Masonic or it's this, and or don't get in, like there was a point people were saying don't get into crypto, and I'm not saying you, because crypto is kind of risky, but you got to understand crypto went from fucking $20,000 in 2023 to right now it's like almost 80,000, and it went up to 120,000. So there's motherfuckers who made a bag off that. You just have to know when to get in and get out. You don't want to just keep your money in there forever. You get in and you get out. Crypto's gonna go back up to over 100,000. It went down to 60,000. They do that on purpose because if it just kept going up, then they will. They're no. Then they're not gonna. Everyone's gonna be. They're not gonna be that much money you can make from it. Like when crypto crashes, people make money. When it goes up, people make money. So if it just kept going up and people just left their money in it, then there will be less money for the people up top to make. So they when they crash the crypto, they know when to take their money out, or even sometimes they don't even have to take their money out because they know it's gonna go back up again. But the people who take their money out are the stupid people. If you're into cryptocurrency, they call it dumb money. Those are people who are dumb, who don't know how to invest. So every time crypto goes down, they get scared and they take their money out. Which I don't blame them. Because like some people, they be betting their whole life savings or they refinance their house and they put all that money on that shit like idiots, and then they have to take it out because they're scared. And like you're stupid, like dumb. Like you only like if you got like if you only put money in there, you can lose. Like if you got 10 million to your name, you throw like half a million in there. Okay, that makes sense because if you lose it, you still got like 9.5 million. That's money you can risk. That's how you're supposed to play. You don't put your whole saving in there. So, pretty much what I'm trying to say. Don't let anybody just do whatever you feel like is necessary. To be honest, like I might learn how to do this crypto shit. To be honest, 'cause who knows? Like, cause I'm hearing like you can write books with it. Like you can like write stories. You can do a lot of shit with that, and it's gonna get even more. You can't do everything with it now, but in the future, if this shit keeps going, you could be able to do a lot of shit with this. Like pretty soon, you'll be able to make a whole live stream that looks real. Like you won't even have to. I won't even have to make a video. I could make a video and I'm like some fucking African nigga that doesn't even look like me, and you guys will think it's that person. Like that's how real it's gonna get. Like there's gonna be people probably making like live streams. Like that's why like in the future you probably won't even be able to trust OnlyFans because it'd be some fucking weird ass nigga as a female. It's already like that right now. Like 80% of the TikTok videos you see are fake. No, notice. I'm gonna tell you guys something how you can tell it's fake. Notice how like 80% of the TikTok videos you see, they're always in a car. Notice how every TikTok video you see, because you know those channels that they always commentate on TikTok videos, they get like thousands of views, and they'll talk about the economy. They talk about anything really, even about like food, fitness, health, anything, any topic. These channels will go on TikTok and they will get videos and make a compilation of these videos and commentate over them. 80% of those videos are AI. You gotta understand it, like 80%. Like you can tell because most of them are, especially when you see somebody in a car, it's a fake video. Like a lot of those videos are fake. A lot of content creators aren't even real. So they already have this shit right now. It's just not released to the mass public. How did this streaming become popular with that shit was always trash? It became popular after the pandemic when everybody was inside and then they started paying people a lot of money. Especially with that. Remember back in the pandemic they had the TikTok dance where people started dancing like retards, and then that was kind of where it kind of started when they had the TikTok dancing, because people were getting paid like tens of thousands of dollars a fucking month just dancing. And that shit started around like 2020. It was like you get on TikTok and you start doing a stupid ass dance, and these channels got millions of views and they're getting like a bag. That's where that shit really like it happened before, but before this is where it really kicked off, where that whole social media craze and content creators making a bag is the TikTok dancing, and that started during the pandemic. That's where it really took off. Like they'll have somebody go on, they'll be dancing, and then like they do a stupid ad, there'll be a dumbass song in the background, and then they'll get like 20 million views. That's where that whole shit started, the streaming. And then when people are getting paid off dancing, and that's when you see like all these rappers and these prison niggas and all these people who thought this shit was lame, like all these people who thought it was lame, they started wanting to get in it because they're like, oh damn, you can make money just by dancing and doing just. And then from the dancing is to people started doing other shit like talking and narrating, because it was big before, like commentating and stuff, but 2020 is what did it, because everybody was in the house and everybody was online, so everyone was on social media. And then the pandemic, it never really ended, because remember how during the pandemic everybody was begging fucking the government to let them out of timeout, because the government put everybody in timeout, and everyone was crying. Oh, we want to go out to the movies. We want to go to the party. There's people who got arrested, who got cited, who got their businesses shut down and lost money because they opened up under quarantine. They were supposed to be quarantined and they opened up, or they went outside and they got in trouble. So people were crying, let me out, let's get out, let me out of timeout. They're crying to the government, and you notice then, but look at it right now. When you go on social media, everybody's like, I don't even like to go out no more. I'm introverted. I don't even want to go out, and everything is like everything's lame now. So it shows you like the amount of mental illness that developed from that. Because when they released everybody in 2022, when it got somewhat back to normal, not really, but somewhat, then that's when everyone started like becoming all introverted and depressed and mentally ill. Because before that, mental illness, it was still a thing, but people weren't as apathetic and just depressed and just felt kind of like, damn, there's no hope. Like people had hope because everybody wanted to go out, everybody wanted to go to a party. But after they released people in 2022, that's when it all like this shit just came crumbling down. And then that's when social media became big. That's when social media became really like a big thing, or bigger than what it was. Cause everyone forgets that at one point you were considered a lame if you made YouTube videos. Like back in 2014, 2013, if you were on YouTube, especially talking about the shit I'm talking about, or talking about like your problems, you were looked at as lame. Like you didn't want to tell people you made YouTube videos. Like people still don't want to tell people, but it's for different reasons. Back then it was like people look at you like you weird. Nowadays it's because people have different beliefs and shit. Like for example, if I have something going on in real life that has to do with me making money, I'm not gonna show somebody my page, because politics, religion, what you believe, you don't want to mix that into your real life depending on what you're doing. So that's why I wouldn't tell nobody my shit. But let me get to these comments. I don't want to ramble too much. Yo, bro, I felt bad. I was driving to the gas station to put gas. I was driving aggressive. The lady putting gas. She was starting to act like a bitch because she took. But honestly, I wasn't even mad. I was driving gas and I put the gas on when I was driving with the grass and the lady. Oh, yeah, sometimes we just do crazy shit. Yeah, we do crazy shit sometimes. It is what it is. We human. Well, we're not. I'm not human, and I don't know if you're human or not. I'm not gonna make that assumption, but let's just say we make mistakes. I shows, how did these people make money? A lot of them they make money through sponsors. they get sponsored, and they get sponsored, and they get kickback because they have to promote an image. Like they're so they get paid from the back end. They get paid like it's really not even their money. Like look at Mayweather. You see Mayweather like that. I don't know what's going on with Mayweather, but they're saying like he's going broke and he's getting sued, and he couldn't pay like he had all this money. You know Mayweather, he used to like $1 million in cash. They're trying to say he's being sued for 100,000. I don't think he's being sued. Well, he's being sued, but I don't think he's going like they'll say he's going broke. He didn't pay his taxes. They're trying. They're none of that. I don't believe any of that shit. When you're like in the system and they give you money, they can take it back whenever they want. Young Pharaoh exposed it. He made a live stream. Young Pharaoh. He was on a live stream a few days ago, and he said that he had like $1.8 million in a bank account. They deleted his bank account, and the bank tried to say that he didn't have an account with them. So they took $1.8 million of his money. And another way I could tell he's not. I know he's telling the truth, and I'm gonna tell you how I know he's telling the truth. But they took his money, they deleted his account, and I guess he's suing them, and he's gonna be getting his money back. That's what he said. Because he proved that he had an account with them, but they were trying to because they took Young Pharaoh down. They didn't like Young Pharaoh. I don't know exactly why, but they were fucking with him, and you can tell because before they took him down, he was starting to like he was getting certain exposure. Like he was on there was a Republican convention. So you know what a Republican convention is? It's like that if that doesn't scream Asian Masonic bullshit, like I don't know what does. It's a Republican convention where actual Republicans that are in politics, they come and they debate and they talk. They invited him to that. This was like this was right before he had his downfall. And when they invited him to it, I was like, why in the fuck are they inviting this nigga to a Republican convention? And then before that, he was on Jimmy Kimmel Live. Jimmy Kimmel, that you know that big ass show where like that late night show. Like, why the fuck are they talking about Young Pharaoh, and why are they inviting him to a Republican convention? And then when I seen that, I'm like, this nigga got himself into some deep water. That's what I said. And then literally like a month later, this was right before. I don't know what he did, but a month later, like all of this shit happened. They delete his channel, and then now he's talking about how they took his money. Like they were trying to attack him. He's even saying they put him in custody in jail, and they literally didn't even show records. When you go to jail, you're able to look. Like if I go to jail, you guys could tap up my name and see that I'm booked into the county jail, whatever jail that is. It's documented for anyone to see. They booked him in jail numerous times, and they didn't even document that he was there, so they could have done whatever they want with him. He said this was numerous times, and he got out because he knows the law. He ain't no dumb typical nigga. Like they were hoping he was a dumb typical nigga. So if he wasn't like skilled in law and wasn't like had the intellect of law, he probably would have been. Who knows what would have happened? But it just shows you like he was part like what I think was happening. Like what that situation with Young Pharaoh, he was in that. So when he was at his peak, I'm not gonna say like Young Pharaoh didn't do any of like he didn't work hard to get his money, but I felt like he was kind of boosted up, put in the algorithm, and they put him in certain situations for him to be able to make a lot of money. Because you gotta understand like how you making that amount of money just from YouTube, and you're that big of a. So he was supposed to be like. Because anytime when you think of the conscious community, Young Pharaoh's like the main person, at the forefront of that. Even if you don't like his shit, at one point when you heard conscious community, you thought of Young Pharaoh. So that shit ain't really going away. Like that's why his image was there. So they were gonna use him as a puppet, and I guess they probably weren't able to use him like they wanted to. So that's where they took his channel down, and they demonetized him, took his channel, and then they sabotaged him a whole bunch of ways. And then like now they're trying to I don't know exactly what's going on right now, but he said he's gonna be getting his money back because I guess he's suing them or some shit, or they were able to prove he had an account, so I guess he's gonna get his money back, which that's fucked up. They took all his money, and then everyone trying to say like, oh, he crashed out and he's this and that, and like everyone. So it's like it's all bullshit. That's why I don't fuck with it because I don't trust social media. I don't trust this platform like that because even when you get big, look at Young Pharaoh's situation. See how they took him down. Even Nature Boy situation. I'm not condoning all the shit. Some of the shit he did, okay, I don't condone it, but I can look beyond that. I'm looking at, okay, first, Nature Boy got online, was minding his fucking business. You had people come up and troll him because they didn't like certain things he said. Okay, you don't like it. If you don't like it, move the fuck on. They kept trolling him. Then they caused mental illness in him. Because Nature Boy didn't wasn't always like that. If you watched him from the beginning, he didn't have mental illness like that. Like he was actually normal. But then the trolling and all the bullshit, then that's when he started. Because all when you look at all the crazy shit he did, he was showing out for the audience. It was due to him being so in his ego and trying to like make an image, and he was just doing crazy shit just to get a response and a reaction. And then now look what they did with him. So it's like that's why I don't really trust, especially I don't trust the black community, I don't trust the conscious community, all that stupid nigger shit is all dumb nigger shit. Everything, like 99% of the shit they say is retarded. The 1% of the shit they say that's right, you didn't need the spiritual conscious community to tell you that. It's common sense. It's all retarded. They try to talk all this black unity shit. It ain't no black unity or nothing. That's all bullshit. First of all, I'm not black. If you call yourself black, you're just very ignorant and you're lost and you don't know what the fuck's going on. And this is why racism exists, is because you're calling yourself black. Because black people, so-called black people, don't have a culture. So if you call yourself black, that gives them a reason to treat you like a nigger, which is why black people will say, oh, and it's not just with black people, it's with anybody who doesn't really have any type of culture. It's not just black, so-called black people. So it's retarded. That's why I don't trust any of these communities at all. Especially these niggas talk about black women is. Anytime you see niggas talk about black woman is God and all that, that's just more like, it's just bullshit. It's like it's ridiculous. I don't trust any of that shit. He said, let me read some of these comments. Damn. Spot, but recent. Honestly, I wasn't even mad. Just sport with like. Oh, I read that. She. AI is more advanced. Yeah, it is already advanced. They just have to release it in increments. I be cringe looking at the YouTube videos. Yeah, for real. Should be funny. If I do watch it, I don't take any of it seriously. If I watch it, I just watch it to see what kind of. I just skip through it. I just skip. I literally dislike like 99% of the videos that I watch. I always dislike. Like I always hit the dislike button every video. Like literally every video. Unless it's somebody's channel I fuck with and I know, like let's say I know one of you guys personally and I see you post a video, I hit a like. But like that's what I do. Like, I used to encourage you. Any video you watch, any video that's just degenerate and you may come across and you click on it, just dislike it. Every video. I don't care. I always dislike it. Every video. It's like it's a habit now. I could tell I watched the video because when I click it, I see the dislike button here. And I was like, okay, I just dislike it. Any video I click on, I always dislike it. He said, I think he used psychedelic. I don't think he used psychedelic. Like what I think is they probably because he said that they poisoned him. They did something to him. I don't know exactly because I don't know. I wasn't there, but he was having a heavy psyop running on him. Like there was a lot of agents. There was a lot of like agents that are around him in his circle because nobody was there with him. Nobody like he even admit that his fucking security guard worked in Hollywood with other rappers and celebrities. He had a lot of backstabbers and agents in his circle. And I think one of them probably they could have poisoned his food because they go that far. They could have sabotaged him, done something, spiked his shit with some drugs. Like there's a lot of shit that they could have done. Like because he had a lot. He had a heavy psyop that was running on him, and they were trying to they tried to take him down, and they didn't. It worked a little, but it didn't work as much because you see how he's still around. Like he's not in jail like Nature Boy or nothing, or like Polite. So it didn't work as much as it could have, but they still got him though. But like young Pharaoh, he's more smart in a certain aspect when it comes to law and shit. So they weren't able to really get him like Nature Boy, but they were trying to get him like Nature Boy, I think. But like, that's why when you see him go to jail, he always got out. Because think about it, out of all the people, why would young Pharaoh when he went to jail, he always got out of jail? Because he obviously knew something. So like they couldn't really get him like that, like the other people. And he and not like he didn't do nothing, because there were situations where he shot, like they say, he shot at his fucking his he shot at some bitch's house, and it was actually like documented, and he admit to it. But it's like, how does he shoot at somebody's house and he's not in jail? But then you have all these other niggas, they do shit, but he ain't. And I'm like, that's kind of, so that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what they, I don't, because I don't know how that fucking shit goes. But I guess if you step out of line, because they demonetized his channel before. They demonetized his channel, so that's what I'm saying. A lot of people, they saw him, because he'll be doing interviews with just any and everyone. Like they'd be like some white scientist from like from like, I don't know, a whole nother background, and then he'll do an interview with them, and it's like, you don't even like, it's nothing wrong with the person, because think about it, like he'll do an interview with like some scientist or some type of archaeologist, and the dude might be a normal dude, but if you're in that field of scientists and archaeologists, you already have eyes on you in different places. So he had attention. He had a lot of attention on him. So that's what I think happened, and then like that's where they were able to sabotage him and shit. Yeah, I wouldn't invite no one. Like I don't know who the fuck that bitch is. I don't trust any. I don't trust anyone in the spiritual community. Anybody that I don't know in real life, I don't trust. To be honest, like if I don't know you personally, that's why like don't trust social media. I'm not saying like you can't meet nobody cool on here and shit. I'm not saying that. But if it's people like if it's people online, I have to at least know you for a long time. Like we go way back, like Zach Yowell. Like we go way back to 2013. I know he's a real person. Even like Jay Vaz, like he real people. Like the people I've known, they watch my channel for years. That's people who and I'm not saying like because there's people who could be fake that can just pretend, but I'd rather take a chance with, because there's only like two, three, four people that I fuck with from we go way back. But like anybody who's like brand new come up, especially like if you get in a successful position or you're getting up and all of a sudden you see all these new people and you met them online, that's a red flag. Only trust people you meet in person, and make sure when you meet them they don't know what's going on the internet, like more so. And even then you got to be careful, like really. But like I just like, that's why it's good to, if you can, like that's why, like if you have cool family member, I know some of you guys aren't cool with your family, but if you have cool family, it's good to get in alignment with them. And if you don't, then try to find like some people in real life and try to do something. Don't trust this internet shit. Like when you get a lot of views, subscribers, thinking your whole chat is cool with you, that's retarded. That's hella dumb. That's how you get got. I don't trust social media at all. And even beyond it, it's not even about age and shit. Even when it comes to spiritual community, I don't even trust people. When I see anybody, I like, it's to a point right now where if I see somebody in the spiritual community, I'm automatically looking for red flags. Not to say I don't trust them, but if you consider yourself conscious and spiritual, especially these black conscious people, when I like, they had you to believe that if somebody says they're spiritual, you can trust them because they're good and they're in alignment with spirit. But for me, the way I look at it, if you proclaim to me you're spiritual, I'm automatically trying to find a flaw. I'm automatically have my guards up, just as like if I'm dealing with a regular bot. In some cases, I might have my guard up more with somebody spiritual. Like Jay Bass, you met that one bitch who did tarot online. I guess you hit her up and you guys were talking or whatever, and she said, "Don't lie to me, I'm psychic." It's like, that's, you should have stayed. First of all, I would never even fuck with no bitch who talks tarot. I would never deal with any female who talks tarot. Maybe we can fuck or whatever, but I'm not taking it further than that. If even that. But I would never deal with no bitch who fucks with tarot, or To be honest, spirituality, like spirituality has to come second for me to deal with somebody. Like it has to be we're doing it's something else. It's a purpose and a goal that's in reality, and then spirituality second. If it's just your whole image of spirituality, that's a red flag. Cause like the girl, she said she told you something like, "I'm psychic, don't lie to me." Bitch, what are you, an investigator? It's like a fucking dumbass cop comes up to you, like they'll ask you a question: who owns that car? Like I seen this one fucking interaction with this police. He goes to the dude's like, who owns that car? The guy's like, I don't know. Then the cop's like, we already know who owns it. I could type it in the license plate. You don't have to lie to me. And then the guy tells them the name, and I'm like, why the fuck would you tell? Like, first of all, if the police know who owns the car, if you know if you know the answer to a question, and you ask me that question, that right there is showing me that you're like you're full of shit. Like you're playing mind games with me. You're trying to get me to talk. That's an investigation technique. When they want you to confess something, they ask you a question they know the answer for. Like the cops will say, "Were you here on the night of December 3rd?" They'll ask you that. Then you don't answer the question. Then the cop who's trying to get a confession from you, this is what they're gonna say. Um, we know what went down. We have footage. We have cameras. We know everything that went down. You don't have to lie. Well, if you know everything that went down, why do you need to talk to me? The reason they need to talk to you is because they need you for some. They need you to talk, because if you have all the information and all the data and all the shit you need to carry on, you don't need to talk to me. So why are you still talking to me? Like the bitch who told him, I'm a psychic, you don't have to lie. So if you know I'm lying, or if you're gonna tell me I don't need to lie, then you're a psychic. You should already know. You shouldn't have to tell me that. So that's right there what tells me that you're trying to play mind games with me. You're asking me a question you already know the answer to. So the only reason you can be talking to me, asking me stuff you already know the answer to, is because you need something from me. What is that you need? You need me to talk so you can build your case. You can try to put me in a bind. You can try to make me say something so you can misconstrue it. Like, I don't play games like that. You never ask me a question you know. If I think you know the answer to something that you ask me, I'm automatically gonna say you're playing mind games. We don't need to talk no more. Because you gotta always look at what is a person doing. You say you have all the answers to what you're gonna tell me, and you know everything about the situation, but what you're doing is something that's showing me otherwise. So that means you're playing mind games, manipulation tactics. That's something investigators do to try to get you to coerce. Try to get you to talk. You never talk to no police when you do a crime. Only time you talk to a police is if you're innocent. If somebody said I robbed them and I didn't rob them, I'm gonna talk to the police. I did not rob them. I'm gonna tell them everything I was hearing. I didn't do it. But if I actually, you know if you did something wrong. You ain't nobody that stupid. You know, police coming to you, you don't talk to them, because first of all, a police, they gotta take you to jail regardless. When a police talks to you, they either don't have enough evidence to take you to jail, or they have enough evidence to arrest you. Once the police has enough evidence to arrest you, there's nothing you can say to dissuade them, even if it's valid, because at that point you're gonna have to take it to the judge. You see what I'm saying? So even if you have a valid point, if they have the evidence to arrest you, they're gonna arrest you, and you're gonna have to take it to the judge and explain your case. But you're gonna be arrested. So the first thing you even ask the police when they come to you is, am I arrested? Am I detained? If they say you're detained, be like, okay, can I leave? If they say, no, you can't leave, that means you're arrested. Because if they say you're detained, then that means they're doing the investigation. Okay, do the investigation, then tell me where I can go. If they start talking to you, because that's part of the investigation, then that's when you be like, I'm not saying shit. And just say, do what you got to do. Because if they're gonna take you to jail, they're gonna take you to jail. Because you don't know what the fuck they know. You don't know what they know because they're like, why would you? If you know everything about the situation, why do you need me to talk? It's because they need you to talk for whatever reason. So if you don't talk, maybe you're not. They're gonna be lacking something that they need you to talk. Cause you see what I'm saying? But I'm not telling you guys to go and get into trouble and shit. But it's like I hate people who play mind games like that. Like they play like some Fed police mind games. Like, don't lie to me now. I already know. Like, bitch, if you're psychic, right, and you know if I'm lying, go tap into your psychic abilities and find out if I'm lying. Why you need to talk to me for? I'm not gonna tell you the truth. The fuck? I'm not gonna tell you what you want to hear. Like I'm gonna lie to you a bitch ass, or I'm gonna tell you I'm not, and then you can figure that out on your own. Fuck you. Like I hate people who play dumbass mind games. Like that should be hella annoying. I don't trust anybody who's like when I hear somebody talk about too much spirituality, man, like I look at that as mental illness. Like everyone, like damn near everyone. I don't say everyone, but like damn near everyone I meet personally, real life, and on this internet, that's it's too much into spirituality has some type of mental illness, man. They have some type of mental illness. They have some sort of problem. Niggas that are always all esoteric and deep, and they always want to act. Everything you do is like, oh, you're projecting. You're insecure. You're like, shut the fuck up, nigga. Like, yeah, you can't tell me nothing about no spirituality. In 2026, you still working at fucking McDonald's. You still working at Target. You're still a regular person, nigga. You talk shit about bots, but you're around bots all day, every day. You talk shit, oh, he's a demon. He's a demon. You're a demon. Bitch, you're a demon too. It's like me going to a gay strip club, right? And calling everybody there gay. Yeah, everyone there is gay, but nigga, are you gay? Cause you in the strip club. How you calling everybody a demon? If you're calling everybody a demon, then you're a demon too because you're in the vicinity of demons. You can't be in a situation where you're experiencing demon behavior and you're seeing demons and you not be a part of that demon energy. If you have to call everybody around you a demon, then you're part of that shit. You're a demon too. You're just a weaker demon. They're able to drain your energy more. So they're able to be a demon more than you. But you're still a demon. You see what I'm saying? So I was like, you can't play that shit. You're part of the problem. The spiritual people, they don't understand that. They don't get that. They somehow forget that. They think like they're not attached to that. Like how are you spiritual but everything about your life is complaining. Everything about your life is bots and energies and they're draining my energy. Like you've been talking about you getting your energy drained for so long. Like a nigga, don't you run out of energy? Oh, I don't run out of energy. I'm a spiritual being. We have infinite energy. Then shut the fuck up about you getting your energy drained. Like which is it? I don't get it. Oh, they draining my energy. Bitch, you've been saying that since 2016. You still got energy? Wouldn't they drain it all? I'm a spiritual being. We have infinite energy. And then shut the fuck up, nigga. Go get some more energy and just shut up. Like I don't get it. People be weird. That's why I don't. These spiritual people be on some weird shit. I don't fuck with I really don't fuck with no spiritual community at all like that. No, I don't. I don't even like to consider my page spiritual, and it's sad because I be talking like a lot. The shit that I talk, I don't even want to say it's really spiritual. Like I do talk about certain spiritual shit, but like most of the shit I talk about is common sense and just how to better your situation. Like people have become so lost and so have sunken so low. Society, the minds of society have sunken so low. Actually bettering your life, actually bettering your situation, it's called spirituality now. How did that work? How did that happen? Like getting up off your ass and actually being successful and taking care of your health and well-being mentally, physically, spiritually, and spiritually is called spirituality. And even then, like why do we even have to use the term spiritually? Like mentally, physically, mind, body. The spirit is what created this. So Even if I'm not, whatever I'm doing, I'm still spiritual. So that's something that's okay. It's there, and spiritual just means non. Spiritual is nothing. So you can't ever see the spirit. The spirit needs to always be in some type of body, whether that be a mental body or a physical body. Like you can't see the spirit when you die. It's gonna be just like a dream. When you go to sleep, you're in another body. You're having another experience. When you die, that's what it's like. You have another experience. You're never in your what you think is spirit, because a spirit is nothing. It's not even exist. So you're always doing something. We're always in some type of body, some type of form. Even if the form looks like nothing, that's still a form. But you're never in what you call the spirit. That doesn't make sense because that's what you are. And the spirit has to always create something. Like there's no space or area where this is my spirit. No, the spirit is something that's always creating something. So you're always going to be in some type of mind, body, experience. It's impossible to not be in it because the spirit is nothing. So when you say spirituality, you're really just talking about getting your discipline, getting your life together. That's all you're really talking about. That's why people who be talking too much about spirituality, a lot of these people, a lot of people like that went through trauma, they went through pain, they went through a lot of confusion. So they found infinite waters, they found some spiritual network, news channel, whatever the fuck you want to call it, and then now they make that their identity because now they can actually run away from their they feel like I found a hack to get my life better. I found a hack to this is why you don't see nobody talking about manifestation. Remember, everyone used to talk about manifestation. I'm gonna manifest $1 million. I'm gonna manifest a business. Everything. I'm gonna manifest a car. I'm gonna manifest a Lamborghini. And then there was a whole niche of videos that will say, if you want to manifest, you have to write it down. You have to get a Ganesha candle, light it, say a mantra. You gotta carry the Bhagavad Gita and say the chant 29 times while lighting a Ganesh candle. Like, shut the fuck up, dude. And then people kept doing that, and then they realized like it didn't work. Not because you can't create and you can still create what you want, but you have to actually do the work. You have to put in the work and the action. You have to have a goal, a plan, be in alignment, which that takes an effort. You have to know what you have to actually go through, sacrifice, go through discipline, release certain habits, do things most people aren't willing to do to get there. Then once people realize that that wasn't true, that's why you don't hear about people talking about manifestation no more. Remember the 40, the secret, the 40 law, the 40 laws to secret or some shit. It was some book about called The Secret. Everyone was talking about that. No one talks about that shit no more. It's because people are realizing that shit don't work like they thought it was gonna work. Because your manifestation don't even exist. It's you're making something like you. If you want to make a cake right now, you're not manifesting a cake. I can't make it. I'm not gonna go make a cake right now and say that I manifested a cake. I'm not gonna go cook some crack rock in the stove and make some crack and sell it and say, oh, I manifested. No, I went and I put the ingredients together, the cocaine and the whatever, and I mixed it and I made crack. I didn't manifest it. I made it. I did something to make it. So that's what anything, manifestation doesn't fucking exist. You're not just that's hella retarded. Even if you want to say somebody just gave you money, you had to have done something to get that money. You had to put in some type of energy work because there's other people who think about money and people get, but they don't get it given to them. So it's something you did to attract that. So even if you find money on the ground, but one thing I can tell you, you're not finding no $1 million on the ground. You see what I'm saying? There's nobody that's found $1 million on the ground. Even you'll see stories of people finding 50,000, seven. Like there was a story of some kid, he found $50,000 on the ground. I bet you that kid wasn't into manifestation. He was just probably living his life, and he probably came across some money. Most of the people who find, like, so I'm not saying you can't find it, but you're not manifesting that shit. You're not manifesting. No, that's not how it works. You got to actually do it. Exactly. He said everyone I met that claimed to belong to the spiritual community has serious mental issues. That's what I'm saying. It's fucking like it's a pattern I see. Like it's crazy, man. Like it's weird. I seen this one fucking live stream the other day. It reminded me of a white nature boy. It was this white dude and he had like a little Arabic like hat on, like the little Arabic dress. He had a fucking those Muslims be dressing with the dress, and they got the like the hat and all that. That he had that on. He was a white dude, and like somebody was exposing him for like, oh, you're just getting donations from people and everything. And he was like, I'm not getting donations. I promote love and peace and light. And you could just see in this nigga's eyes, like, he got a lot of trauma. He got mental illness. Like, any nigga that's got to talk about peace, love, and light all the time, and they're always talking, they always have to put their hands in prayer, that's a person you have to be watching out for, because that's somebody who's very damaged. And they're trying to cover up their trauma, thinking that like the more I can show that I'm spiritual, the more it's gonna get me out of my trauma. So they have to prove themselves. They have to dress a certain way. I've noticed that because I see when I see somebody always dressed a certain way, they talk a certain way, and they're so enamored into like a culture that isn't theirs. It always comes with a side dose of mental illness, extreme mental illness. Those, and I run far away from those individuals because I see it from a mile away, and I can just feel the energy. You can see it. Like these are the type of people where if you set the right thing, you can easily like get them to switch out of character. Because you can see it. Like if you just set the right thing, they'll switch out of character because it's. And I noticed it because back in the day when I used to watch a lot of this spiritual shit, I would notice that damn near every female will be single without no man. And I'll be like, why? Like, if it's because they'll be doing tarot readings about love, relationships. And I'll be like, why are they talking about love and relationship, but they're not with a man? And every time it will get brought up in the top in the chat, like somebody will ask them, or they'll say, "Do you have a girl? Do you have a man? Or are you dating somebody?" The female will always be like, "Oh, there's no." She will talk like there's no man good enough. Like, "Oh, it doesn't work out for me because all the men I get are they all act like kids and they're never on my level. They act like men aren't on their level." And it's like, "No, bitch, that's not what it is. That's not what it is." Because they'll have you believe that that's not what it is because there are men on their level, but the men that are on their level, they don't want them. Because you got to understand, any female that is complaining about man, if she's not a lesbian, that means that she sees men that she's attracted to. You got to understand, like, human beings, regardless if you're a man or a female, they have a sex drive. So if you have a sex drive, 99% of people who have a healthy sex drive, they're going to want to have sex from a partner. If they're lesbian, they're going to want to go lesbian. If they're not lesbian, they're going to be straight. If a female is not a lesbian and she's complaining about men, it's not that she doesn't want to get fucked. It's she can't find the right man that she's attracted to, that she wants to fuck, because that man doesn't want her. You see what I'm saying? It's not that she can't find it, it's that that man doesn't want her. That's what it is. Because men seek out different qualities in women compared to women. Women will think that, oh, I have a business, I have money, I have all this shit. So Therefore, I need to find a man and he's gonna respect me for that. Like men don't give a fuck about that shit. Not compared to women. Because a woman will be looking for a man who has stability, and she'll have a whole bunch of stability and be acting masculine and wonder why she can't attract a man. Because she be thinking like, well, I want a man that's stable and I'm stable and I'm this, and why can't I attract? Because no man gives a fuck about that shit. Not to say men want a female who don't got money or nothing, but if you can't, if you're a true feminine female, you know how to make money and stability while still being feminine. You know how to manifest it because women are females. Earth is a feminine quality. Stability, the Taurus sign, that's Earth. Earth is feminine. So if a female can't attract stability and abundance without having to act masculine, she has trauma, she has mental illness, she doesn't know how to be a female. Because a real feminine female energy can attract stability and stability and all of that shit, Earth qualities, while balancing her feminine and masculine in a harmonious way. Like you can do that. You're supposed to do that as a female. And if you can't, then there's something wrong there. Because we all have feminine and masculine in both of us. So females are supposed to use masculine energy, but it's supposed to be very minimal compared to their feminine. But when they have to use more masculine energy to create stability and be about money, then that shows a female she's flawed mentally. She has some type of disharmony. So therefore, ain't gonna want to deal with that. And any type of man that does deal with it is gonna be a man that's a bitch, like a man where she's gonna treat the man like a son. Cause you'll see a female with a man, and she'll be treating the man like it's her son. Like she wears the pants, she tells him what to do. That's like a bitch man. So and then usually those men are probably kind of gay or some shit, or they probably bisexual. So it's because it's like it's a mental thing. So they're probably bisexual, gay. So they don't mind a female treating them like a fucking like it's your mother and shit. It's like, get the fuck out of here, bitch. What time is it? 5:24. Yeah, I don't trust none of these spiritual bitches. They can kiss my motherfucking ass. I'm not saying spirituality is bad to have, but spirituality needs to come second, and first should be getting into alignment with self. Is there a goal? Is there a purpose? If there's no goal, if there's no purpose in life, then I don't give a fuck what the fuck else you say, because that's dangerous to deal with anyone beyond female. When in this day and age, it's very, very dangerous to deal with somebody and there's no goal. This is how toxic relationships happen. This is where negativity happens. This is where arguments start. Anybody you be in a relationship, they just start arguing for no reason. That's because they're bored. They don't have no mission. They don't have no goal. So this person is just, their whole day is just trying to prove to themselves that they can win an argument. They're trying to prove to themselves that they're not a piece of shit. But if you look at their life, it's a piece of shit. I can't be around people like that. So these are people who are bored. They don't have no mission. They don't have no goal. So therefore, they tag on to stuff like spirituality. They tag on to other shit. It's not just spirituality. It could be drugs, like alcohol. It could be any addiction. But spirituality is one of them. Then they get into this niche community. And then everything is like, you're low vibrational. You're this. You're that. I'm gonna do a reading, and it's like, bitch, a tarot reading is not like when you even do tarot, that if your energy's fucked up within, you're gonna pull bad readings. They even tell you don't even supposed to pull tarot cards if you're in a very negative energy. You're supposed to be in a very calm, peaceful energy when you pull tarot, because it's gonna influence the reading. You're gonna read it differently because you're reading it from your ego. most of these bitches who are into tarot, they're reading it from a negative. I don't even watch these tarot card channels. I haven't watched them probably for like 6 years, 7 years. Like I haven't watched that shit probably like, yeah, a long time. I haven't watched that shit in years. I don't need to watch that shit. Like if I even do a tarot, I do my own tarot, but I don't even really pull tarot like that. Unless the only time I do it, like if it's certain, like if it's a big situation going on in my life, or I'm trying to accomplish something in life, and I need like just something because most of the time I will get, if there's something in my life that's important, I'm gonna get it in a dream. Like I'll have a dream, and I have some type of like premonition in a dream to tell me. So I don't need no tarot, and the tarot is good. Like certain times I'll use it for certain like stages in my life. Like okay, this is happening. It's a big event. I may pull a tarot to get a reading on what's going on. But I think I'm gonna end this live stream, guys. It was a good live stream. It doesn't seem like anyone's asking any more questions. Yeah. I gotta take a fucking piss. Shit, dude. I'm gonna get on the game too. 'Cause I'm about to play some Borderlands 4. The reason I don't be streaming that much is because I don't feel like I'd be on the game for like an hour or two, then I'll probably go and do something else. It's hard for me to just stay on the game for like 3-4 hours at a time. And I don't want to start a live stream and you guys are staring at the pause menu for like 30 minutes. Then I play for 30 minutes and then I pause the game for an hour and you just staring at a pause menu. So, but I'm gonna get on the game. I'm about to start it right now. I have the game on right now actually. So I'm gonna go take a piss and I might start a live stream. But I'm out, guys.